Hey, hi, how's it going everybody? Dr. Goat here once again with another Car Talks video, and today I want to talk about the 2-minute rule. Okay, so the 2-minute rule, once again, if you didn't see my other video about action versus motion, that came from the book Atomic Habits. This does as well. Once again, got my handy dandy little Kindle. I want to read a little bit of this to you guys because, once again, this book is just filled with great things. And this was another thing that I seen it, and I was like, that actually is a real good way to look at it, and a good way to go about this. This 2-minute rule is a good way to go about getting into a new habit. The 2-minute rule. Even when you know you should start small, it's easy to start too big. When you dream about making a change, excitement inevitably takes over and you end up trying to do too much too soon. The most effective way I know to counteract this tendency is to use the 2-minute rule, which states when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. You'll find that nearly any habit can be scaled down into a 2-minute version. Read before bed each night becomes read 1 page. Do 30 minutes of yoga becomes take out my yoga mat. Study for class becomes open my notes. Fold the laundry becomes fold 1 pair of socks. Run 3 miles becomes tie my running shoes. So right here, this little bit right here had already gotten me. It was like, you know, like he said about when you dream about making a change, excitement inevitably takes over and you end up trying to do too much too soon. That is something I'm terrible about personally. I know, especially when I decide, hey, I want to lose weight, I want to start working out, I always jump to, like, I gotta do all of it right away. Like, I want to start eating healthier. I'm like, my mind goes, no more fast food, no more of this sugary stuff. I need to go to the store, I gotta get chicken breast, fruits and vegetables, and that's all I'm gonna eat. And I'm trying to make that switch from Sunday, and Monday I'm starting it. And like, I'm going to just right away switch and it's gonna be all good. And guess what? It literally, I will say, it's worked once. And I lost a whole bunch of weight and, you know, ate healthier and whatnot. The only time that worked though was when I had paid for a trainer. And so I had money out there, and I had this guy that I was daily having to be accountable to. When you're just trying to be accountable to yourself, it's quite a bit more difficult to make that change and like go with it. And obviously I gained a bunch of the weight back, and that happened, you know, after ending the, you know, having him as my trainer and just, you know, life and not having to be accountable and everything that happened in life there, it went out. But anyways, seeing this, the whole read before bed each night becomes read 1 page, you can look at anything like that. Like I say, with getting healthy, you can look at it, like I said, the eating healthier and, oh, I gotta go get all this. Well, you could literally start that out by, you know, continuing your typical eating habits, but with 1 meal, or even with just 1 part of a meal, you could start eating something healthier instead of at dinner, you know, getting fast food. I could literally all day long continue to eat the way I've been eating, and then for dinner have chicken breast. And then, like he said, with the Run 3 miles becomes tie my running shoes. What he's literally getting at right here is just the act of doing the first step. Just by doing that one thing, and you're gonna over time, running 3 miles, you tie your shoes, and then you tie your shoes and you get out the door, run just the end of your driveway and back, whatever, then eventually to the end of the block, then eventually you get a mile, 2 miles, and then up to your 3, just slowly working up to it. The idea is to make your habits as easy as possible to start. Anyone can meditate for 1 minute, read 1 page, or put 1 item of clothing away. And as we have just discussed, this is a powerful strategy because once you've started doing the right thing, it is much easier to continue doing it. A new habit should not feel like a challenge. It should not feel like a challenge. That's funny to me. Just because of the way that I've looked at it my whole life. Like, I have always been a new habit. My brain initially connects that as a challenge because I'm like, oh, that means I gotta stop doing this one thing and full in go on this. It's like I'm fully trying to stop doing this one thing and I'm fully jumping into this, and it feels like a challenge. It feels like you're changing, like you're trying to make a huge change, boom, right now. Like you're making that change right now, and then when you don't do that, at least for me personally, when I don't end up following along with that change, I feel like a loser. Because I'm like, well, I guess I can't lose weight. I guess I can't eat healthy. I guess I can't go for a run. I guess I can't. I'm a loser. But yeah, a new habit should not feel like a challenge. The actions that follow can be challenging, but the first 2 minutes should be easy. What you want is a gateway habit that naturally leads you down a more productive path. You can usually figure out the gateway habits that will lead to your desired outcome by mapping out your goals on a scale from very easy to very hard. For instance, running a marathon is very hard. Running a 5K is hard. Walking 10,000 steps is moderately difficult. Walking 10 minutes is easy. And putting on your running shoes is very easy. Your goal might be to run a marathon, but your gateway habit is to put on your running shoes. That's how you follow the 2-minute rule. So literally, again, what he's getting at here, the 2-minute rule. When you're starting a new habit, he's saying that the start, like getting into this new habit, should only take 2 minutes. Whatever you're starting to do, which is why he's saying, putting on your running shoes. Think of that in a timeline of getting up from the couch, going over to your shoes, grabbing them, slipping them on, tying them. Roughly 2 minutes, He's broke this down to be so simple. Like I say, with anything, like the eating healthy, with the working out, literally just one step at a time, and doing that one step, I feel like you'll real quickly start to progress and get closer and closer to your actual goal. And just seeing the progress that you're making should fuel you to continue on and move farther. So here's a little list here. Like you said, very easy. Put on your running shoes. Easy. Walk 10 minutes. Moderate. Walk 10,000 steps. Hard. Run a 5K. Very hard. Run a marathon. Another one here. Very easy. Write 1 sentence. Easy. Write 1 paragraph. Moderate. Write 1,000 words. Hard. Write a 5,000 word article. Very hard. Write a book. Very easy. Open your notes. Easy. Study for 10 minutes. Moderate. Study for 3 hours. Hard. Get straight A's. Very hard. earn a PhD. People often think it's weird to get hyped about reading one page or meditating for 1 minute or making one sales call. But the point is not to do one thing. The point is to master the habit of showing up. The truth is, a habit must be established before it can be improved. If you can't learn the basic skill of showing up, then you have little hope of mastering the finer details. Instead of trying to engineer a perfect habit from the start, do the easy thing on a more consistent basis. You have to standardize before you can optimize. Again, my mindset has always been, I guess, looking at it this way, the standardize before you can optimize. I have always been optimize. My mind's went straight to optimize. This is the perfect way to do it. Let's do it this way. Like, this is my goal, so boom, let's do it right now. And that's why I have failed at so many of those things over the years. Like, it's so easy to say that you know, it's like, I want to do this big thing, and then when it like comes time to do that and you don't do it because it seems huge, it seems like a real big challenge, it's easy to, you know, not do it, and then you feel like a failure. When instead, if you can just show up and get started working on these things, you know, you're giving your brain, you're essentially telling yourself like, hey, look, we can do this. We can do this, and we can consistently do this. And like I say, from there, you're going to eventually stack it out even more. To finish this out here, if the 2-minute rule feels forced, try this. Do it for 2 minutes and then stop. Go for a run, but you must stop after 2 minutes. Start meditating, but you must stop after 2 minutes. Okay, last little bit here, last little bit. His next paragraph there. Because, yeah, he ended with saying, your habit can only last 120 seconds. One of my readers used this strategy to lose over 100 pounds. In the beginning, he went to the gym each day, but he told himself he wasn't allowed to stay for more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes, not 2, but you get it. He would go to the gym, exercise for 5 minutes, and then leave as soon as his time was up. After a few weeks, he looked around and thought, well, I'm always coming here anyway. I might as well start staying a little longer. A few years later, the weight was gone. So that's the big thing in this is literally to just get you to start showing up. Show up for your habit that you're looking to start. You know, do the very minimal thing to get started, and you'll naturally, if you can consistently do that, you will naturally progress and do more and more of that thing and end up getting to your overall goal at that way. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what type of habit that you yourself may have already applied this to, or that you are going to start applying it to. And as always, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.